Welcome everybody to this call. First of all, for those who don't know me, I'm Dale Franklin. This is the company we represent is My Daily Choice. I've been in this business. I've been in network marketing for about 10 years. Feel comfortable in saying I've always stayed with the same company. I was with a company that sold a fuel additive, which got merged with My Daily Choice. So basically, I've never jumped ship. My companies have just merged. So again, I'm a firm believer in network marketing. I'm a firm believer in the fact that once you find the company that you want to grow with, you stick to one company, because it's almost impossible to succeed by trying to do more than one. That doesn't mean you can't have other incomes, like I own a tire store and make money from that and different things. But as far as network marketing is concerned, pick one you like and stick with it. And I think I may be biased, but this company is, I think, the best network marketing company in the world. I think it's going to be the largest network marketing company in the world eventually. And our momentum is just surging all over the world. So again, welcome to this call. I'm going to start here. Oh, and I want to take a moment for a special welcome to the new people from Tanzania. Barb is starting a team there, and I just want to know that that we know you're out there, and we welcome you to this call. You've made a good choice. This company is going to benefit you in ways you've never dreamed of. Now, the next thing I like to do, again, this call is an informative call. This call is something we do every Monday, and we basically tie it in. What I've been doing in the past is I tie it into keeping you up to date on what's going on, and also inviting a speaker to speak, so you have somebody new to hear from every week, so you get a little bit different feel. So each time you come to this, you're going to see something new. You're going to learn something new. And something I learned a long time ago is, if you go to meetings like this on a regular basis, sometimes it's just one little nugget, one little thing you're going to hear at one of these calls that's going to change your financial future, something that just clicks with you personally. So try to make these calls every week. Try to invite all your team to these calls each week, so they can learn from this. We do record it, and Barb is my go-to person from taking that and editing it and then putting it into a YouTube video so we can send it out. So even if your team can't be on it, they have access to it. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to bring you up to date on our newest markets. Tanzania just had its soft launch 9 days ago. It was a phenomenal meeting, had over 200 people show up, a lot of excitement, and this is what we call a soft launch. Okay, the way we do this business, we start with a soft launch. It's kind of a way to get people to know what we're doing, and then we go from there to a pre-launch, where we're just kind of building up momentum, and then from there we go to a hard launch, so that we can let the world know, and let the country that you're in know that this business is really taking off. So for people who get in very early during a soft launch, that's a great time to get started, because you're going to have an advantage over a lot of other people that don't know about it yet. Now, there's going to be advantages, but there's going to be disadvantages, because other people don't know about it, because the company might just be setting up their office, might just be getting going. There may be some obstacles that you'll have to jump through that somebody coming in a little later won't have to. But trust me, for what few hurdles you may have to jump through, the inconveniences you may have to deal with, compared to where you can be in a very short period of time by coming in this early, there's no comparison. This is, for those of you who are already here, this is a great time to get started and just fire this thing up. Beat the crowd. Be ahead of the crowd. So again, that's so we had our pre-launch in Tanzania, and we'll be doing, our soft launch. We'll be doing our pre-launch probably sometime in December, and then a full launch probably sometime in January. So that's Tanzania. Just to mention, we have our office, of course, in Dar es Salaam, and our country manager over there is Jean Paul. So if you live in that area, reach out to Jean Paul and get to know him. He can be vast, helps you on anything that you need to know day to day when maybe you can't reach us. Excuse me. 16 days ago, we did a soft launch in Uganda, and we had about 200 people show up for that. And again, we're just getting rolling there, anybody that's getting started right now is going to have a great advantage over other people. Our office there is in Kampala. Our country manager is Trissy. Then I take you from there. I'll take you to the Congo, DRC. We're introducing. We're gonna do something a little different in the DRC. We're doing a kind of an introduction to the community, which is even before a soft launch. That's going to happen here on December 5th. It's going to be more of an invite to the office so people can see we have an office. In many countries in Africa, as you well know, you want to see that we're committed to your country. So going to the office and seeing that we have not only got an office in your country, but it's a good, strong office. We've invested money to make sure you have a place where you can bring your team to learn from. We prove to you that we're in it to stay. Okay, so again, we're in the DRC. Introduction to the community on the 15th. Soft launch will probably be sometime in January. The office again there is in Kinshasa, and the country manager is Dorcas. If you are on this call and you're relatively new here, there's a few things you need to do soon. On your phone, download WhatsApp if you haven't already. Download Telegram, which is another messaging board. Download Zoom. Okay, obviously you're on here, you've already done that. And the importance to all this is, we want to keep you up to date on what's going on in this company, what's going on in our group, what we're about. And Jody, one of my team, she's on here. Jody does a phenomenal job of every day sending you an update on what is coming up tomorrow and maybe later on in the week. So again, communication is key in a business like this, knowing what's going on, knowing where the meetings are, being able to connect with everybody and build your team with good, strong communication. So, and then if we're doing any of these Zoom calls or anything, like I said, we always make them into YouTube videos, and they're available, so you can, if you miss one, you can still see it. So that's that. Next thing I just want to bring up, promotions going on this month. November is, as they said, November to remember. We have a lot of promotions going on. We have the November 10X match. What this basically means is if you generate 10,000 business volume, 1,000 business volume and new business volume. In other words, not selling to somebody you've already sold to. This is new customers, new affiliates. Again, you get to earn an extra $100 for the month. Okay, so if you're at the executive level and you're already making a 50% commission, so on that $1,000, 1,000 BV, you'd make $500. Now instead of making $500, you're gonna make $600. And as I think it was Elizabeth said on the Saturday Super Saturday, she said $100 in Africa is enough to pay your rent. So that's nothing to be sneezed at. So again, that's one promotion we have. Another one we have is our November rank incentives. This is we're celebrating our 6th anniversary, and this is the promo for that. This is a one-time deal. Anybody in November who reaches 5K affiliate is going to get an additional bonus of $500. 10K will get $1,000, and a 25K affiliate will get $2,500. Now that is above and beyond the money that you would normally get. If you reach those ranks and you stay there for 3 months, you're going to get those bonuses anyway. But this is in addition to that. So you could basically, if you became a 25K affiliate this month, and they would give you a $2,500 bonus, and then if you did it again next month and the following month, you get another $2,500 bonus on top of everything else that you're making. So it's a pretty cool benefit and promo. And this, again, by getting this in the beginning of the month doesn't affect the one that you're going to get on the 3rd month. So that's the next thing. And then following that, we also have our Las Vegas Leadership Retreat. Anybody who hits 25K affiliate in 2 of the next 3 months, either November, December, and January, if you can make 25K affiliate twice during that period of time, you're going to qualify for a leadership training in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the United States. And if you qualify, and to qualify, you have to reach 25K 2 out of the next 3 months, and you also have to be qualify for profit sharing pool each one of those 3 months. So in other words, profit sharing, you're either going to have 4 customers each month, new customers, or 4 new affiliates, or a combination thereof. So again, if you do all that, you're going to earn, in the United States, we earn $500 towards our transportation, and anywhere else in the rest of the world, you're going to get $1,000 towards transportation to get to Las Vegas. And once you get there, the company's going to pay for your rooms, your meals, your ground transportation, everything. So this is, if you ever wanted to travel to America, you ever wanted to go to Las Vegas, and on top of that, you get to see our company, see what we're doing, see our products, hear about what we have planned for the future. This is a great opportunity. So jump in both feet and try to do that. Acknowledgements is next. I don't think any of them are on here today, but I just want to mention a few things that happened to people in Africa. I'll start with Beatrice from Tanzania. She's a 25K affiliate. She left a diamond status in another company to come to our company because she saw that the opportunities with us was greater than what she had in the company she was in. And the company she was in was a good company, but it just, when she looked at what we offer versus what she was getting as a diamond, she was willing to quit as a diamond and start over again because she knew she'd have a better benefit here. So that says a lot about our company and about people in the know realizing that this is where you want to be. Also, we have Alice from Uganda. She's made more in 6 months in this company than she would make in 86 months at her current job. Think about that. She made more in 6 months than she could make in 86 months at her current job. Incredible. We have Elizabeth from Kenya, who's the first 5K affiliate in all East Africa. She's very close this month to 25K, and I want to cheer her on. I'm sure she's going to make it. We have Charity in the DRC. She's building a strong team in both Goma and now in Kinshasa. And I'm sure she's going to be, she's been as high as a 10K affiliate, and I'm sure she's going to do great things in the future. We got on here, we have Caesar. Caesar was one of the first people I met when I traveled to Kenya. He has a phenomenal story. If you ever get a chance, sit down and listen to his story about how he had basically spent a year of his time trying to create something for another network marketing company, and they left. They called him one day and said, well, guess what? We're not coming, after he'd done all this work. And so very shortly thereafter that, he got connected with us, and the rest of his history. He's doing a phenomenal job, and I'm sure he's going to be one of the top income earners in all of Africa before he's done. So just again, he's a true friend of mine, and he's doing great. I want to congratulate Esther Rimu. I hope I pronounced the last name right. Rimu. She's our newest 5K affiliate. I want to congratulate her. And also, I just want to bring it to your attention that I have personally hired my own representative in Uganda to help build that team there. And his name's Apollo Owino. He'll eventually probably travel throughout East Africa for me, but because I can't travel there now because of the coronavirus, I hired him, and he is representing me over there. He has 18 years experience in network marketing. He's been a trainer and a mentor for people in many network marketing companies over the years, and now he's representing me. So if you need help over there, especially if you're in the Kampala region, just reach out to him or reach out to me, and I'll connect you with him, and he's more willing to help you. So again, our team, we're willing to spend money to make money. We're willing to invest to help you succeed, and this is one of the proofs of that. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, gonna give you guys a treat. Okay, today we have Lennon Ledbetter and Connie Kimball are going to come on, and they're going to talk about this business. They're going to fire you up and give you an idea of what this company is about, and where they think we're going, and everything you need to know about basically why you want to be part of this company. And let me introduce both of them so I can tell you a little bit about them. These are phenomenal leaders and true friends of mine. Lennon is one of the greatest network marketers in history. He's made over well over $100 million in this industry in his lifetime. Think about that. I mean, he's making more money than some towns have for their whole budget, and he's made an incredible life for himself. He has written checks for $7 million homes and $500,000 cars. He's spoken to sold out arenas worldwide. He's a fantastic master trainer and motivator. He has a passion for this industry and has a heart of gold. Phenomenal guy. He's always fired up. He's always on. I don't know how he does this. I don't know how he's always ready to rock and roll with this business day or night. And we also have Connie Kimball. Connie is a powerhouse. She is a phenomenal speaker. She brings a passion to this business that I feel is unrivaled. She's smart. She's funny. You're going to enjoy listening to her too. She is, like I said, she's a force. She has traveled the world as a model and as a backup singer for major artists. So when you put the two of them together, you have a powerful team that you're going to get to enjoy today. And I've asked them to do their vision call, which is, I think you're going to enjoy a great deal. And again, this is a treat for you guys, and I think you're going to enjoy it immensely. So without further ado, Lennon, are you there?
I am, yes, sir.
It's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I'm honored. I'm excited. I get to see Jim on the phone, on the Zoom. Big Jim, how are you? And I see Caesar, and it's so fun. Sherry Ford, and just all. I see Barb and Jody. You know, it's just fun to see the people that are leading, that are part of it. And so I'm going to follow along a little bit with what Dale said, because we really are at the right place at the right time with the right people. And so I'm going to try and talk about I am going to tell some of the stories that Dale wanted me to do, what we normally do on a Thursday night, which is the vision call. Now, of course, we want you to start plugging in, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit at the end. At the beginning, I'm going to talk about why. Why? In other words, like, what's your dream? It's funny how so many people can hear me say this over and over and over and over. Every once in a while, they'll make a comment and say, well, all he's trying to do is motivate. All he does is motivate. Exactly. We're trying to motivate or inspire you to take action for your dream. The thing that cracks me up is that I probably need to do this business financially less than anybody on this call. I would dare say less than if you put every single person on this call, including Dale and Phil. Then you add all that together, I probably need to do, now that I didn't mean to get specific, Dale and Phil, because I love them, and Dale's they're doing fabulous. I was trying to make a point, and then I thought maybe that didn't sound as humble as I wanted it to, because I wasn't trying to bring light on me. I was trying to bring light on the success, because all I've ever done is this business. I was in high school. I was 17 years old when I started really understanding it. And I went, 17, you're still in high school. But I saw the vision, and I said, this is what I want to do with my life. And so it's all I've ever done. Just never had a job, ever. No job, no boss, nobody telling me when to go to work, nobody telling me when to wake up. I never went to bed last night. Here it is, my time in Las Vegas, 9 o'clock in the morning, never went to bed because I wanted to be ready for this call. So it's like exciting. What I'm saying is I'm free to do, but that, it's daytime somewhere else. So we're talking to people. You get to choose to live your dream. Now, do I not do that? Do I do that all the time? No, very seldom, except when Dale asks. I figured out a long time ago it was easier to stay up than get up. But all I'm telling you is that you're free. You get to. I didn't understand that when I was brand new in the business. I didn't understand, why would a millionaire actually work harder than the guy that needs it financially? Why would the millionaire work harder than the broke guy? Why would the broke guy spend his money trying to press other broke guys that he's not broke? And I'm saying that I didn't get it. And then as I started building, now I get it. So it's okay if you don't get it. I understand that. Every once in a while I go meet a young man and I say, I'll help you get free. They can't hardly relate. What? Why would a millionaire help a guy that works at Costco? I go, because I care about you. Anyway, I care about him. But sometimes I now understand why I think that's one of the greatest blessings I've ever received from God. Number one blessing was that I saw it when I was 17. Because I look at other 17-year-olds, I sometimes wonder if they know how to tie their shoes or, well, for sure, show up on time or do their homework or whatever else they're supposed to do. And so I was very grateful that I saw it. But I'm also very grateful. Another biggest blessing is that I'm as excited today as I was the day we started, even more because I understand it better. So that's why I'm trying to help you get a confidence. Trying to help you get a confidence that we are evidence that this idea has worked, is working, and will work. The idea of building teams so you can live your dream. That's not on trial today. Today, I come on this call, evidence that the idea works. So somebody can say, I don't like that guy. I don't like what he said. I don't like anything about him. You know, we're talking about Dale, I'm sure. No, that's a joke, I say. But the fact is you can say maybe whatever you want to say, but nobody can get off this call and say that won't work. Dale and Phil are proof that it's working. And I'm proof that it's working. So I'm trying to give you faith. Today, let me just get into it. I'm giving all I'm kind of teaching, but let me just tell you why I'm going is that it's okay to make money, but I don't believe we will make more money than our self-esteem believes we're worthy of. Sometimes it's almost like we sabotage our own growth, or we just don't do the work. It's free to open our mouth. When I was young, I was being taught that it was virtuous to be poor. And it's like you'd even go to church and it would be like poor and we don't have much money, but we're the good people. And it's like kind of like the less money you had, the more closer to Jesus you'd be. They even sometimes gossiped and talked about the rich guy. And then when the roof on the church needed fixing, I mean, I really like the story of the widow and her mites and how she gave her 2 mites. But sometimes when there's a leak in the roof of the church, there's not enough widows in the congregation to fix it. So they need some rich guy so the widows don't get wet. Does that make sense? Somebody has to fix the roof. So I never bought into that. I never bought into the fact that it was virtuous to be poor because I couldn't see how a poor person could help another poor person financially. Now the beauty, because you can't give what you don't have. How can you put meat in a casserole for a sick friend if you're eating macaroni and cheese? So I never believed it was virtuous to be poor. But I also never believed it was virtuous to be rich. What I believed was it was virtuous to be virtuous. What I believed was that good people with money did good things with their money. Bad people with money did bad things with their money. But that does bring up a good point. If you don't have any money, how are we going to know if you're good or bad? You see, money gives us options to go do bad things. Money gives us options to go do good things. If we don't have money, we just don't do anything. We don't build wings on hospitals. We don't build orphanages. We don't give helicopters to hospitals in Africa because people are dying because they couldn't, by the time the car got out there to get the person and get all the way back, they're dead. But if they had an air evac helicopter, hundreds of lives could be saved. So thank God somebody showed the plan so they could give helicopters to hospitals. I'm just saying, you decide. But if we don't have any money, then what do? We just kind of home to work, work to home, home to work, work to home, home to work, work to home, paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. Whew. In between paycheck, we get excited because no kid had to get a root canal. Whew, made it that month. Oh, the transmission didn't go out. Oh, the tire didn't blow on the car. Oh, the lawnmower still works. Whew, good. Oh, the blender in the kitchen still works. Oh, good. As long as the water heater doesn't go out, or heaven forbid, one of your children would need a tutor at school. So if your child needs a tutor. So I started thinking about family needs. My upline was talking about my dream. What's your dream? What's your dream? What's your dream? But when I was new in the business, maybe you're like where I was. I couldn't really see big dreams and building orphanages and being the sole provider of hundreds of children's lives. But I could see some family needs that an extra $500 or $1,000 a month could really change. One of my family needs when I first got started was I wanted a car. I didn't even have a car. So then I went and got a $125 Volkswagen. And that's what I started doing. Was a $125 Volkswagen. I don't think everybody looked at me and said, wow, you must be a winner. You must be rich. I want to join you. But at least I had a car. And then I was able to move out of my mommy and daddy's house, and I was able to get an apartment. And it was about $300. So that was a pretty cheap apartment even back in the day. But see, it wasn't where I was. It was where I was going. You see, I would try to tell people that. I'd say, don't look at where I am. Join this team. Look at where we're going. You guys have the great advantage, and so did I, of having Dale and Phil, of having an upline that you could actually tie people to. So that if they say, well, how much are you doing? How's it working for you? You can say, I'm just new, but look who I'm working with. And that's what I learned to do. Very grateful that I had people in my life that could teach me how to live my dream. So what is your dream? What is your why? What is your burning desire? Is it just a wish? Is it a desire? Is it a burning desire? Does it burn inside you? If your dream doesn't burn inside you, you're going to fritter away your day. And then all of a sudden it's November. It used to just be October. Then it was set in September. Boom, October, November. Soon it'll be Christmas. It was just last Christmas. So what I did is I started realizing that I was where I was. And that's all right. It is what it is. Basically, you are where you are. It's not wrong. It just is, because we've made decisions in our life. We've listened to other people's counsel, and it got us where we are. Meaning, we have the house we have the car we have the dog we have the spouse we have the job we have the debt we have. We just are where we are. Doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, we are where we are. But the beauty of today is that there's this place I know, the life you dream to live. The big question tonight, this morning, is what are we doing to take us from where we are to where we want to be? What are we doing? That's why I joined this team. But it sure motivated me the day I was riding with my dad. See, my dad was always at work. My dad was a great guy, but he was taught that get a good education and you'll get a good job. The better the education, the better the job. So my dad graduated president of the National Honor Society in high school. Then he went to college on a scholarship. Then he got a master's degree. And then he got a PhD. Now, the master's degree took him 2 years plus a bunch of money. And then he got a PhD. That means he was a doctor. That took him 3 years plus a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of work. And then my dad got a second PhD, 2 doctorates. Doctor, he's got 2 PhDs. That took him thousands of dollars, 6 years of his life. But now he was a pretty respected professor, and he went to teach for over 20 years before he saw this business. So I saw that life of my dad. He was, how do you make money as a university professor? You teach. If you want to make more money, what do? Teach night classes. If you want to make more money, what do? Teach summer school. Well, now you're maxed out because there's not 4 summers. There's only 1 summer. There's no more nights for night classes. There's no more, you ran out of time. So if you're a hard worker, what do? So I was so excited the day my dad came home from a meeting just like this. He says for less than he paid for textbooks any semester, not over his life, any semester in his doctoral program, for less than he paid for textbooks any semester. And remember, he was going to semesters for 12 years after high school. 4 years college, 2 years master, 3 years PhD, and 3 years PhD. 12 years after high school, my dad was still in school. Because he knew once he had those PhDs and got a great job at a great university, he'd be financially set. And then not only was he able to have a mortgage on his house, he was able to get a second mortgage on his house. I told him one time, I said, Dad, I'm not that smart of a kid, but don't get any more PhDs. I was afraid that a third PhD would give him a third mortgage on his house. So what happened was he started building this business and duplicated that income in 7 months. So I saw his 20 years plus 12 plan. So you could call it his 30-year plan versus his 7-month plan. I saw it. So it was pretty easy for me to say, this is what I'm going to do. I was with my dad a lot after he built this business. I won't bore you with it was never at anything before this business. I never remember my dad being at any of my Little League baseball games. When I got into junior league football and track, I never remember my dad being anywhere. We won the state championship and he wasn't there. I caught an interception and ran it back. Ooh, I wish my dad could have seen it. When I was 13, we had the Ford punt, pass, and kick competition. I just would have liked my dad to be there. When I got my Eagle Scout pinned on me, I would have liked my dad to be there. When I was named captain of our high school team, I would have liked my dad to have been part of that. When I was elected class president, I wish my dad could have been part of it. Oh, my mom was at all that. My mom was helping me make the badges, said, if you want to be led better, vote for Ledbetter. And I was class president. Why am I telling you that I'm something? I did have a desire to win. As a young boy, I had a burning desire to be something. So I didn't come out of school and try 10 or 12 things and say, well, let's try this. Coming out of school, I felt I was young enough and sharp enough that I could learn to succeed at anything. So we didn't choose networking. We didn't choose this business because it was our last resort. We chose this business because it was our best choice. It was our best choice. So I knew that if I wanted to become financially, I didn't know any other way. Well, I mean, I guess a few make it in some other ways, but I didn't think I could duplicate them. I didn't think I could write a book like the bestseller author that sells for millions. I figured I'd be like the hundreds and thousands who write books and make no money. I didn't think I could be an artist and paint like the ones that finally can sell their paintings for thousands of dollars. I figured I might be like one of the painters that just painted and didn't sell their paintings. Or the musician that writes music that nobody buys, or sings all the time, but nobody comes to their concerts because they're singing in their house, because nobody will pay them. They're not the handful that be millionaires. Yet when I went to my first event and I saw people just like Dale, just like me, and I realized they were just like me. I was just like them. I realized that some were better looking, some were uglier. Some were taller, some were shorter, some were blacker, some were whiter, some were more Catholic, some were more Methodist, some were more Lutheran. Some had college degrees, some were high school dropouts. I don't know. It's like I just saw that there were, but the common was they had a common burning desire to succeed. They had an uncommon burning desire to succeed. But looks were all over the place. Education was all over the place. So I saw no common denominator except burning desire. Burning desire. So I said to my boy, well, I got that. So what I did is I just chose to do it. I just chose to say yes to my dream. In fact, that's what happened my upline when I was there at the meeting. I was so excited, a young little 17-year-old. And he said, can you answer 3 questions for me? Can you answer 3 questions for me? I went, if they're not hard, because sometimes my teachers at school ask me hard questions like, what's the capital of Vermont or something? Where's Africa on the globe? Huh? So he says, can you say yes to your dream? I thought, that's kind of a unique question. Of course I'm saying yes to my dream. Oh, a lot of people sell wolf tickets. They make a lot of noise, but go nowhere. Like the old James Brown song, speaking loud, but saying nothing. They make a lot of noise, but no action. Like the wolf that just howls. And I said to myself, I'm here. Yes, I want what I'm telling you I want. Yes, to my dream. Said, well, can you say, second question, can you say yes to this team? I thought, well, that's an easier question. I don't have any other team offering to help me for free. I don't have any other millionaires willing to do Zoom calls at 9 in the morning so that I can learn and stay excited and learn. Again, as I say, learn. I want to keep saying learn the language of success, learn how the free people think, learn how happy and joyful. Because I wanted joy in my life. I didn't have so much joy because I didn't have any money. I'd see a girl, I might want to take her to the movie, but I didn't have money. Go ask my dad again, can you give me 20 bucks so I can go on a date? Can I borrow your car so I can go on a date? Can you give me more than 20 so I can take her to dinner too, or buy some popcorn? Can I borrow money so I can go to the prom? Can I borrow money? Can I have money, Dad? Can I have money, Dad? So I wanted it. I had a burning desire. I wanted to be free. So I said yes to this team because I said that I didn't know anybody else in my neighborhood that was financially independent. Nobody else in my neighborhood had their house paid for. None of my friends from high school's parents had their house paid for. None of them parents had nice cars. I lived in a neighborhood where either you worked at the university or you worked at the steel plant. That was it. And then all of a sudden I saw leaders that were free. And so I said yes to this team. Third question, are you a quitter? I got a little, I'm like, what, am I a quitter? Why would you ask me that? No, I'm not a quitter. I realized that I said I didn't quit high school football, 2-a-day practices. I didn't quit when I joined the Boy Scouts. I didn't quit. No, sir, I'm not a quitter. No, sir, I'm not a quitter. And then he just kind of smiled and says, good, because everything in between, we can teach you. If you say yes to your dream, say yes to the team, and don't quit, we'll teach you everything. And so I did, and I didn't, meaning I said yes to my dream and to this team. I said yes, and I did. And I never quit. And here we are, just like they promised, because everything could be learned, because I saw people winning, and I just learned what they were doing, and I just duplicated. I just tried to do exactly what they were teaching me to do. So I got so excited because it started working, because I could look around and see others that it was working for. I could see others that were succeeding. I tried to believe, could I succeed though? It was easy for me to get on a Zoom call and see others succeeding. What I was having trouble with was believing I could succeed. I was 17 years old trying to go talk to sharp people. Then I realized sharp people had kids. I'd go talk to my friends, and they'd talk to their parents. My dad would get them in, just like Dale, just like me. I started leading. Anyway, it just works. It works every time. But the thing that got me excited was just that it was possible, that there was hope. Now, what I wanted, I'm trying to teach and kind of do the presentation, because I want you guys on this call to get excited and do. One thing I made a decision was that I would never miss an event. I needed my upline to know I was serious, because I knew they had 30 days in a month is all. I had 30, 31, so did they. But they had other people on their team. They could work elsewhere. I needed them working with me. I was broke. So I wanted to make sure that every time they turned around, they were seeing me. I wanted them to put me on their calendar. I wanted them to focus on me. Then as I started building, I didn't really promote the events. I would go because I made the decision. And then I realized that the events, these Zoom calls can do more for me. The team can do more for me than I can do for myself. So I started really working at getting people to the events, because then they could see the bigness. Some people, I'm preaching to the choir here because you are on this call. But I started realizing that the team, the more they could get around the people that were winning, the more they would believe they could win, because it was happening to me. Remember, I told you I'd start going to the events? I was only 17, and then 18 and 19 and 20. Gosh, man, by the time I'd been in 3 or 4 years, I was still 20 or something. And so what I'm saying is, I remember when I was a big, building a new home, and I was like, I don't know, in my middle 20s, and I had my first child, and I don't know, I just saying it was crazy. But I remember thinking that here I am in this monster mansion and all paid for, debt free, and in my 20s, and it was like nicest home in town, and everybody wanted it to be the Christmas show house. And I mean, it was just crazy. My next door neighbor was the most, but anyway, I won't tell you all about it. I'm just saying it was crazy. But some people would say, how'd you get all this and you're so young? And I'm thinking, I did this thing for 10 years. But 10 years, I was only 27. But they saw, you got all this stuff and you're 27 years old. You must have a silver spoon given to you, or some rich great grandpa that left you a trust baby. I'm thinking, no, I chased my dream for 10 years already. Where can you be in 10 years? Good heavens. I just was fortunate that I started when I was 17. So after 10 years of doing it, I was a million, I was rich. And I was still barely in my middle 20s. What can you do? Now, see, my dad, he didn't have that same option. He was in his 40s, middle 40s. Heck, by the time my dad started being rich, he was pushing 50. Remember, I told you he had already done his university professing for 32 years. But as he started to build, I got excited because, you see, my dad a couple of weeks ago was on our Zoom call, and he said he's 92, and he was telling everybody how great it was and how he's had a good growing income for 45 years. That's long. He said if all he would have done was a university professor, then as he got older, he'd have tried to live on a portion of what he couldn't afford to live on before. Let me make sure I'm not going over time. Darn it, it's about time, and I haven't really. But what happened was I'm trying to get your belief up, guys. So what happened is, it was like, he said, I was going to be 92 anyway. My dad's 92, doing great. He was on our call. Ain't it great, man? He's fired up. All I'm saying is that an amazing thing. But he says, I'm glad that I have a nice income at 92. Most of my friends are dead, but also the ones that are alive are trying to live on some government subsidy, or hoping their kids are rich enough to give them some money to support the parents, because they have no money, they have no income, they're 90. And my dad's such a blessing to all his kids, financially, and other ways, love and etc. But he says, I was going to be 92 anyway. So what I'm trying to do is help you get excited to get on with it. Why I didn't go through the whole thing, Connie says, get on our Zoom call tomorrow. I'll tell you later why she's not on the call, but everything's great. But anyway, we'll tell you about that. And but the thing that I want you to understand, so I'm trying to help you double your numbers, double, triple, promoting. See, sometimes I would promote mostly the person that's helping you. It's funny that sometimes some crossline guy will do a meeting and we promote that, and yet when are they going to have? I would mostly get excited about who has a vested interest in my success. All of you on this call, Dale, Phil, they're your upline. I'm your upline, but they have a vested interest in your success. But it's all numbers, numbers, numbers. Edify who's going to be helping you. And then plug in. So like try and double the numbers. It seems like what we really promote, what we really get excited about, we get lots of numbers on. If the company does some call, whoa, we get lots of people on. Yep. When are they going to text you? When are they going to call you? When are you going to get a personal one-on-one? When are they going to help you with three-way calls? I love them. I love them. I love them. But I'd get more excited about getting people on this Zoom call right now, getting them on this call, getting on the call with the people that'll do your three ways with you, get them on the calls, get them excited. Dale and Phil are so sharp. They're so committed. They're so working it. But I mentioned several of you at the very beginning. So is Jim rocking it. So is Caesar over there rocking it. Yeah, we've got great leaders on this call. But I just think that, man, plug in, as Dale said at the beginning. There's several of your upline Facebook groups or Telegram groups. Get on them all. There's the Zoom calls that we do. That this one, more Dale and Phil kind of head this one up. But then there's ones that Chris heads up, or ones that we do. Tuesday, when, just find out when there's stuff for you, and then get your people around so they can feel and start to believe that they can do it too. Let the group do the work. Let your team, let your upline, but get them around success so they start believing that they could succeed too. I believe this is the greatest vehicle. I think it's almost time, and so I don't want to go over time, but I'm just getting going because I believe that we really are, with My Daily Choice. Dale said it best at the beginning. There is so many things coming, so many exciting things that somebody the other day was saying, well, tell me some of them. I go, I'm just telling you, they're coming. Like, well, tell me what they're, I don't know what they are. I just know they're coming. Because 6 months ago, I said good stuff was coming. And look at all the things that have come. There's going to be more things coming. We know a few. They're just brewing. This thing is getting so hot. When you look at the credibility of the company, the credibility of your upline, and then your credibility, that's a winning combination. I'm trying to just inspire you to get excited, to just start. It's free to open our mouth. I'd be opening my mouth like a machine gun, not like a pistol. Bam, bam. Man, I'd be opening my mouth like a machine gun every day. Yeah, but I'm excited. I appreciate so much you guys letting me share. Connie will be available, will be on our call tomorrow night for sure. And those of you you're all welcome to it. If you're in Africa, go to sleep and then set your alarm and be committed. Be on the call with us. We'd love to have you. Be on our vision call Thursday. Dale mentioned our Super Saturday. I would promote everybody. That's why we timed it when we time it there, so that Africa can tie in. I would have 100 people on. If there's 200 people signed up, then why wouldn't 200 people be on the Super Saturday? Makes no sense that you wouldn't be on the call with your vested interest upline. The ones that are there for you, that'll be there for your three-way calls, that'll be there to do Zooms, that are there when you need counseling, that are there to answer your call when you want just some love, because they care about your growth. And I tell you, it was incredible. Boy, Dale nailed it. It was just fantastic. Elizabeth did great. It was fantastic. I hope I'm promoting a little bit. I'm just trying to promote and inspire and help you realize some of the little tools that I did, little tricks of the trade, I started just promoting and getting people so that they could change. You see, the people that were on, the people that did not get on Super Saturday, let's say they thought a certain way on Friday, they did not listen to the Super Saturday, they think no different on Sunday. The people that had a certain thinking on Friday were on the Super Saturday, they think different on Sunday. See, it's all about our thinking. So I would plug in to whatever, just like when Dale said, if there's something at the corporate, go to it. If they're at the headquarters there in your country and they're doing a big event, be there, but take people. If we're doing a big event on Zoom, take people. That's all I did, because I didn't have the credibility. But I could get, see, the reason they listened to me is because it was me. But the reason they couldn't believe that I had the answers to their financial problems was because it was me. So when I tried to be the know all, do all, say all, teach all, wasn't working. Then I just said, I'll be a good bringer. I realized I could get them to the people. See, they might not believe that I had the answers to their financial problems, but they could believe that I knew somebody who had the answers. And so it was my credibility that got them to listen, and it was my upline's credibility of success that got them to join. It was a team. Everything was the team, the team, the team, the team, the team. That's why I'm so big on the team. So thanks for letting me share. Dale, I hope I hit it today. I saw the people on the call. I tried to get you dreaming, get you understanding that that's what we do. When me and Connie do the call together, I do the vision, man. Get people dreaming. And then she kind of talks the how to and goes to the circles and the marketing plan. But time's gonna go, man. Let's get on with it. I was gonna end by telling my little high school story, but
yeah, we're a little short of time today, although I want you back for that. Yeah.
Look, and I see it's right at, yeah, I think we got to, I'm done. I've been talking long enough. I don't know. I hope I was helpful to you guys, man. I want your life to change because I love you. And I just love building and growing and seeing the team grow. It's like many of the great pro athletes aren't playing anymore just because they're going to make more money. Michael Jordan didn't keep playing basketball because he could get another paycheck. Some of the pro football players, Tiger Woods in golf and others, they don't go out and golf today because they need more money. They're already worth hundreds of millions. Yet why do they do it? They love it. And anyway, I love it. You will learn. This is the greatest thing. And the more successful you are, the more people will believe. And then the more they join, and then the more you love it too. Oh man, Dale, thanks for letting me share. Thanks you guys for letting me go overtime. I know Dale tries to keep them to an hour or less, and I just kept talking, but it's because I love you guys, and I'm getting to know all of you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys have chose to be part of this team, and so grateful that Dale is doing leadership and Phil is growing, and it's just, and Lyle, yeah, it just is exciting. So thanks for letting me share.
Oh, thanks for coming on, Lennon. You know, you always fire me up. I know that the people on this call are fired up. It's, you know, everything you said is true. And we're part of a company that I firmly believe is going to be the largest network marketing company in the world. I believe that all the way to my very core of my being, okay? And I've known the owner for years. I know the way he thinks. I know how he's planning for 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. I know how he's adding more businesses to his umbrella of businesses. So even if you don't like one of the things we're selling, you've got all kinds of different businesses that you can be part of. I like one thing you said about and it's true. Almost all of our training for you people in Africa, we have trainings that we do like this one, so you don't have to stay up too late. And I know Chris Bailey does one on Saturdays. That's for the African market. We have people in Africa that are doing trainings all the time. Those are usually they're usually about early evening over there. But also all the trainings that we do for our teams over here in the United States are almost always at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the United States, which would be 5 o'clock in the morning your time, which is, I agree, it's early to get up, but maybe to get up a few days in a row to watch these training courses to change your life. I guess the question, if I asked you, if you could get up and be on a meeting for 5 o'clock in the morning for 4 mornings in a row over the next week and it changed your life, would you do it? I think a lot of you would say yes. Well, like that's the ability we have, the availability of training. You know, one thing I can't wait to do, the last thing I want to talk about, Lennon, when we get to the point where we can travel back to Africa after the pandemic's over, and I firmly believe that's going to happen fairly soon, I'm going to lasso Lennon. I'm going to tie his hands behind his back. I'm going to shove him into a suitcase, and I'm taking him with me.
I love it.
So, you know, I've proven, I've been to Africa 7 times over the last 4 or 5 years. I've proven that I enjoy your country, your continent. I enjoy the camaraderie, the friendships, the family that I've developed in Africa. I love it over there. I love the grace of the African people. I love you're just so loving. You just, I always feel at home when I come back to Africa. When I land in the airport, I step out in the parking lot, I always feel like I'm coming home. And that's the feeling I want Lennon and many others from my group from the United States to feel as they maybe sometime travel with me. So having said all that, again, you'll be getting, if you're on this call, you're going to be getting information on every day, talking about what the meetings are for the following day and some of the stuff going on later on in the week. You're going to be tied in with us to the point where you really can find anything you need to find, or you can ask questions through WhatsApp, you can ask questions through Telegram, or you can go to your own website and go to your back office. A lot of the information's there. So make a commitment to change your life. Give yourself a 2 to 3 year game plan. You know, where most people are so used to working 40 years so they can retire. Why not work hard for 2 to 3 years and retire young? There's no set rule that says you have to wait until you're older to take the rest of your life off and enjoy life. So having said that, thank you for all coming on. Tell your friends, tell your teammates about this call. Hope to see you all here next week, same time. And we'll have another speaker, and we'll have a lot of fun as we build this business. So having said all that, guys, have a blessed week. Love you all. Look forward to helping you all grow. Bye-bye.